Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a very important webinar which we are going to debate. And agenda for webinar divided into four parts. First of all, I'll do the opening remark, then followed by introduction for KSA opportunity by Mr. Frank M. Salzar, who is a DG of Space Sector, CSV. Then we'll have a SpaceUp overview by Mr. Ibrahim Alwas, who's OED Director for Space for CSV. Then we'll have a Q&A, which will be moderated by Mr. Ibrahim. With that, this is a short agenda. We're starting. So it is my profound privilege to welcome you all to this insightful webinar on introduction to the SpaceUp competition organized by SIA and Geospatial World, along with the Saudi Space Agency and the Communication Space and Technology Commission, CST. This initiative provides an exceptional platform for Indian startup and MSME to showcase their technological expertise on global stage. Space cooperation has become a crucial pillar for engagement between India and Saudi Arabia, with both nations recognizing the transformative impact of space technology in tackling modern challenges, ranging from satellite navigation and communication to geospatial intelligence and Earth observation. This collaboration has steadily evolved, starting with ISRO agreement in 2010 and gaining further momentum with establishment of Saudi Space Commission in 2018. The most recent milestone came in March 2025 when the CEO of Saudi Space Commission visited India to explore new joint initiative and engage with Indian startup. This is the outcome of today's discussion is followed by that. Saudi Arabia Vision 2030 underscores space as a key driver for economic diversification, aligning seamlessly with India rapidly expanding private space sector. The shared vision presents a wealth of opportunity for co-development, innovative solutions that address regional and global challenges. The growing interest in downstream application and satellite manufacturing further cements the potential for robust and long-term partnership. With this strong foundation, SpaceUp competition presents an unparalleled opportunity for Indian space startups and MSME to compete for $28 billion in contractual opportunity across 6 challenges tracks: agriculture, infrastructure, urban road, heat island, afforestation, and greening. This is a chance to expand your reach, showcase your innovation on a global platform. The gain exclusive insight from SSA, CST, and industry leaders on how to participate and maximize your chances. This webinar will offer valuable insight into competition, including participation criteria and how Indian space startup can leverage this platform to collaborate internationally and secure global contracts. India's space-based innovation have played a pivotal role in governance, resource management, disaster resilience, and smart infrastructure development. Initiatives like Bhuvan Portal, Smart City Integrated Command and Control Center, Amrut, the Bharatmala project, and AI-driven predictive maintenance system are testament to how space technology can enhance urban planning, agriculture, and infrastructure. These experiences provide a valuable foundation for Indian startup to tailor solution for Saudi Arabia unique challenges while expanding their global footprint. The Indian geospatial market projected to reach 4.5 billion by 2000 as per geospatial market analysis, coupled with the satellite-based EO sector project this CAGR of 15.34% from 2024 to 2030, highlight the immense potential for startup to develop cutting-edge applications that will drive industry growth and economic progress. As we embark on this journey with SpaceUp, I encourage Indian startups to seize this opportunity to not only demonstrate their expertise, but also to build lasting collaboration that will contribute to advancement of space application globally. I look forward to this insightful discussion and wish all the participants great success in this competition. Thank you very much. Now I request Frank, Mr. Frank Salzer, to take it over.
Thank you so much, and thank you for hosting us. And I have to say, first of all, 100 participants. So you have more than the US was in our webinar, which is good. So that means, which I think the Indian new space economy is agile, it's fast, and it's proven also to the world that you can also achieve a lot quick, fast, with a little bit less budget and more smarter maybe than other nations they are doing it. So therefore, thank you so much, and also the association for organizing it. My name is Frank Salzgeber. I'm the acting vice governor in CST, and I already explained a little bit what is the setup. The space sector is not new, but really has new started. We have a legacy, but we don't have a legacy which hinders us to do new stuff. And this is the reason why we're looking careful to emerging space nations like India to see what we can learn and also where we collaborate. I myself have worked 19 years with the European Space Agency, worked there on the startup ecosystem. So I know how hard it is to be a startup. I had my startup in the beginning 2000 when I left Apple Computer myself, originally from IT, and then I moved later in space. Being related to human spaceflight, and then head of tech transfer, and then head of innovation and ventures. So here in the kingdom, and I have my colleague Ibrahim with me, we thought about long with what to start. And we know that hardware is hard, it's beautiful, but we have a certain demand coming from the growing economy. And I think our friends in India knows that the kingdom has a population with 62% is below 30. So it's a young country, it's fast growing. We have our capital, Riyadh, which is, of course, smaller than New Delhi, which I have the pleasure to be many, many times. I had, I think, for 10 years, my tailor in Khan Market until Khan Market was becoming too expensive and too luxury. So therefore, I see the fast growing, and the kingdom here has the similar fast growing. The kingdom has, with Riyadh, with 7.5 million populations, but it will grow and nearly double in size the next 8 years. We have an airport, and I remember the old airport in Delhi. So our airport in Riyadh has the size of Düsseldorf, and will have the size in Frankfurt in the next 5 years, having new 5 runways, new 5 terminals, and a new airline top. So only there are some nations which understand that the demand of growth needs also the right tools for growth. So this is why we focused at the beginning on Earth observation. And I know a lot of competitions in the world where I also was a part, like the Copernicus Master. And most of the competitions, they stop by finding good companies, awarding them with a check, and then they stop. But which is not good enough, we said. We want to go the bitter end, because all SMEs and startup companies, they need contracts, they need revenue. And this is the reason why we worked on SpaceUp. And this is a project we worked very long, because the part to find the brains might be okay, especially when we have partners like you. But what we said, we want to go to the bitter end. We want until, and Ibrahim will explain it, a final contract with the end customer is closed and signed and committed. This is the reason why, together with the Saudi Space Agency, with the Neospace Group, which is the national prime, which comes from related to space, it's a PIF company. PIF is the Sovereignty Wealth Fund of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. We were reaching out to ministries, to partners, to see what is the problems in the kingdom, and Ibrahim will explain it later. From the demand to the supply, and bring really the supply together. And I'll be very honest, we are not having a business model than other countries where we want to move companies. We would be happy with a co-location or with a partnership with local partners, because we believe we have to build on partnerships. By moving companies across a sea, we harm the other economy, and it's not helpful for our side. So everything, when we speak about localization, that means if the company gets the deal and is interesting, we help them with support to have a co-location in the kingdom. If the company is not keen to do that, we find you the right partner to the business. What we need partners solving our problems. And we have a lot. And today, we'll be speaking especially about Earth observation, because this is something which goes very well with our high digitalization in the government, with projects which we are pushing, as I said, some of the giga projects we have. But it's also, and this will be maybe SpaceUp 2, where we last week spoke with our friends in Aramco, where we speak oil and gas, where we speak construction. We're building the Expo 230. We have the Football World Championship coming. We have to build X numbers of new stadiums. We have to manage big groups of people. So we want to use Earth observation and the smart brains of our friends in India to solve it. So therefore, this is a unique chance. And this is also something which my team, Ibrahim and his team in the Office of Entrepreneurship will support. We will not leave you alone. On that train, we have a cut on the 12th of April where we're looking for the right solutions. But after the solution, we see what images is needed, what other solutions. We guide you as like uncles and aunts on the process until you're successful. And they're not only the 6 winners. I believe the top 60, top 80 will be winners, because once you're on the radar, we can also convince the government entities and the partners here. They realize that they have issues, and I think not everybody gets how Earth observation can help. So that's for the downstream. Nevertheless, I also want to open the doors for the companies providing satellite images. We have awarded last year a wholesaler license to NSG, because when you're looking to the satellite manufacturing or satellite industry, it's always the big guys like Airbus, Maxar. They have the entire high vertical integration, and it's very hard for newcomers to open new markets. So this is the reason why we said we cut it horizontal. There will be a wholesaler who's doing all the media buying. And then you have retailers A and B. That's where the added value service providers come, selling to the end customers. So if you have a satellite Earth observation company, visible, invisible, infrared, hyperspectral SAR, and you want to sell your data in the kingdom, you just have to plug in yourself into the wholesaler without having people on the street, because we believe satellite images should be wider. It's becoming a commodity, and we want to open the market. And the beauty is that the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, I would say, becomes the new Switzerland. We are happy to work with all nations. And by this, we give also the power to small startup companies or SMEs, forgive me, small companies, but smart SMEs building satellite capability in terms of Earth observation, want to sell it beyond when it comes to their own country. And the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, trust me, is looking for this partnership. And this would be a very good hub. And you see later with Ibrahim explaining the problems our customers have or opportunities for you. This could be a good hub also to sell it not only to us, but also selling to the bigger region. And this is what we want to do. And this is where we hope that this is a fruitful cooperation. Therefore, as I said, this is a great chance. With the words of His Excellent Minister Swah, my boss of my bosses, said, you can have the kingdom as partners and friends for the rest of your life. And there's a reason we are very thankful for the organization. I will tell my boss, His Excellent Governor, because he was pushing also that speak with our Indian colleagues. They have a lot of great startup companies, and I know my colleagues from Search have worked for many years. So this is something I can only push. Please apply. And if you don't get right away a contract, will help you to also in the business development here. We have a local own community, but we want to build that hand in hand with friends. And with this, thank you so much again. And I hand it over to Ibrahim, my colleague, and he will go a little bit more in detail and also help you with the Q&A.
Thank you very much, Frank, and good morning, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm really glad to be here. In fact, I have been waiting for this moment a very long time ago. My name is Ibrahim Al-Hawas, the director of the Entrepreneurship Development Office at CST. As Frank mentioned, that we are pleased to be here to present to you the SpaceUp competition, where we are going to introduce in detail what the competition are. But first of all, I would like to thank the organizer of this webinar, who bring thinkers and doers in India. We really believe that Indian community have great startups in space, and this is, of course, as mentioned by Frank, and we really believe that. Not only us, but also our bosses, His Excellency, the Minister, and also the Governor as well, where he were keen to have this workshop held to the soonest possible, so that we could have give the opportunity for Indian startups and thinkers and doers from India to have the time to go over the competition and apply and take part in this great opportunity. So just a few, I would like just to confirm if my slides are presented. Can you please confirm that, please? I was trying to share the screen so that I have a couple of slides where I'm going to go over. So, okay, nice. I see in the chat. So basically, as Frank mentioned, we here in the kingdom are facing a very critical transformational move, and space is one of the key sectors that we are trying to focus on. We really believe that space economy is booming, and we would like to capture some of the opportunities that we can capture and turn them into tangible opportunities. For that, we have focused in the previous 3 or 4 years in this sector, and what we came up is that to build an ecosystem. By building an ecosystem, there is a need for in any markets, there's 2 main elements: demand and supply. So the demand side need to have a need or requirements, where the supply is really critical to have like a solution that satisfies the needs. And the main challenge that the entrepreneurs are facing is having like a contract or having a sustainable model where they can sustain in the market and grow. So what we think of is that we went to the demand side. We try to figure out how can we get the opportunities and leverage the space technology to solve the problem that they are facing. And in fact, once we went to those national entities, there was a lack of awareness when it comes to space, because it's a niche market. As you all may know, that some of the I would say the key economic sectors here in the kingdom don't know exactly what space is all about. The first thing that they come to their mind is, once you are talking about space, then you are talking about launching rockets. But this is not the case. It's a segment of a wide spectrum of other services that the space can deliver. So we try to make more awareness sessions with those local entities. We figure out, we try to understand what are the operational activities that they are doing. How can we utilize the space technology in a way that will help cutting the cost of the operation and optimizing and utilizing the resources when it comes to optimizing the performance of the activities that they are doing. So we come up with 6 challenge track. And instead of having like a competition where it ends with the price and the check, we do think that this is not going to be beneficial for the startup to have like a sustainable matchmaker between the supply and demand, because at the end of the day, no one will make sure that the supply side, which is the entrepreneur, is going to sustain by having like a contract, because the critical challenge that the entrepreneur are facing is connecting with the end users. And this is SpaceUp. The SpaceUp is all about having like a match between the supply and demand. And we come up with 6 challenge track where we end up with having a commitment. So we transfer having a challenge into tangible opportunities where we gain commitment, and by the end of this competition, we are going to have like 6 winners by 6 contracts.
Mr. Ibrahim,
So,
Mr. Ibrahim, are you changing the slide or you're still on this opening slide?
yeah, I'm changing the slides. Is it changing? Can you confirm if it is changing the slide? If the slide is changing?
But it's not moving. Not yet.
How about now? I think I do really have to
Ibrahim, you please reshare this again. So
reshare. Yes, exactly. Just if you allow me just a couple of seconds. Can you see the slide now?
And let's,
yes, we can.
and I'm more than happy to. Let's look at the human space. So there is a project and there is a manager who's Ibrahim Al-Kindi.
Yeah, this is always a good test if we do it right away. I always joking that the competition doesn't want that we show the slides. You know, this is.
Okay. So can you see the slide now? Okay, amazing. So basically, what SpaceUp is all about is connecting the entrepreneurs with those who would like to have a solution that they really need in solving their problems. I wouldn't call them problem or challenge, because what we have done is that we transfer the challenge into tangible opportunities. So I would call them tangible opportunities. And I will shed some light on the challenge track in details in the next coming slides. So the key objective of the SpaceUp is to create like a space ecosystem where we derive sustainability for the entrepreneurship ecosystem and the innovation arena, and also to matchmake between the demand and supply, and to develop like entrepreneurship ecosystem and accelerate the growth. So what SpaceUp is all about? SpaceUp is having 3 main area where we are focusing in this first version of SpaceUp, where we are trying to have monitoring of resources, monitoring of the environment, including agriculture, and we are going to explain some of the mega projects that the kingdom is moving in agriculture as well. And also the infrastructure, where we are trying to build like a huge transformational move in implementing the 2030 vision of Saudi. So these are the 3 main focus area where we are trying to shield a light on and to explore the opportunities and solving the challenges that the end user are facing. Whom we are targeting? We are targeting thinkers and doers, entrepreneurs, SMEs, startups from all across the globe. Those who have solutions to the problem are more than welcome to apply. And by the way, there is no limit for entrepreneurs to apply for only one for only one challenge track. Any entrepreneur have whatever solution for the challenge track, they can apply to more than one challenge track. What's going to be the award? What's in it for the startup to participate in this competition? There is going to be 6 contracts at the end of this competition, and the amount of the total contracts is going to be over to $28 million US. Not only that, but as Frank mentioned, these are going to be for the winners of the competition. However, those who are going to be participating will not be left alone, and will not be left beyond. Those are going to be receiving the full support from our side to make sure that they received the needed support in their end to grow and sustain. And we are currently working in the kingdom in a huge transformational move to advance the space ecosystem here in the kingdom. And we have done previous programs when it comes to accelerator and incubators. So those who are going to apply will be exposed to these opportunities. So please take the moment to go over the competition and please apply, because even if there is going to be opportunities for, of course, to compete and win, because we really believe that Indian startup having a very high quality of solution where they already experience in the space ecosystem. However, also there is going to be also opportunity for those who are not going to win to be exposed to other initiatives. So moving on, I would like now to shed some light on the challenge track. What exactly the scope of the challenge track? What exactly the needed in each challenge track? So as I mentioned earlier, there are 6 challenge track. The first one is with regards to greening Saudi initiative, greening Saudi Arabia. We have in the kingdom a pillar. One of the pillars is to have a greening initiative aligning with the international global development goals, where sustainability is a key. And here in the kingdom, we are trying to contribute to planting over 1 billion trees across the kingdom by 2030. So basically, this is a huge number where we need to monitor that number by having counting trees techniques. And we believe that since the trees and the areas where trees are planted is exposed to the satellite imagery, we believe that counting the trees through a satellite is going to be much easier and cost effective when it compares to the traditional way of counting. Not only that, but also having like species, exactly what are going to be the species of the trees, and then like a dashboard of the holistic planting overview in the kingdom is going to be a key for this initiative. Moving on to the second challenge track, which is quite similar, but it's more into the urban area where they are, the municipality is trying to do the mapping of urban trees, where they are going to take care of 29 million trees across Saudi Arabia in the urban areas. So they would like to understand exactly what the problem that the trees are facing, what's the health status of the trees, so that they can provide the necessary support in this area. The third challenge track is with focusing on monitoring urban heat islands. We here in the kingdom having a very nice weather at the moment. However, in summer it's quite hot. So basically, we have one of the main pillar in 2030 is the program of quality of life, and this program has an initiative with regards to monitoring urban heat islands. This is to improve the quality of life in large cities, particularly, and also in new cities where we are trying to have Neom, for example, and the Line City, where there is going to be a completely remarkable experience when it comes to the new life of human being. So and what we are also expecting of this initiative is to help the effort of saving energy, and this has come with with alignment with international goals to have green initiatives, green energy as well, and also to cost resulting from air conditions requirements. So moving on with the three left challenge track, we have here in the kingdom, we are in Ramadan, and in Ramadan, by the way, we are fasting, and we break our fast by having a date. This is the tradition that we have in Saudi, and we love dates so much. So basically, we have a lot of palms. These palms are very important when it comes to producing dates. However, so many farms here in the kingdom are facing a disease for these farms. So we have established here in the kingdom Wiqa Center, which is linked with the Ministry of Environment, Water and Agriculture. So this center is responsible for controlling that disease. The palms is being affected by the beast, and the diseases is being spread widely in a very quickly manner. So basically what Wiqa is receiving is over than 60 million inspection annually, and they are doing right now it by manual check based on complaints or any I would say anticipation of having the disease from farmers. So basically what we really believe that satellite could play a very important role when it comes to visualizing where exactly the palms that are being affected by these disease, what are the patterns that the disease is spreading over, how, because at the end of the day, time is their enemy. As time goes, the disease is spread widely. So they would like to have control over in a very quick manner. So we believe that satellite could play a very important role when it comes to controlling the contamination of these diseases in a way that will help the growth of harvesting the date from palms in the kingdom. And by the way, I was really shocked because I really believe that Saudi is when it comes to exporting dates is at the top. However, due to these diseases that affect the agriculture of these palms, we are not at the top at the moment. So this is a very critical challenge that we are having here in the kingdom, and the kingdom is keen to have a solution for this kind of challenge. The fifth challenge track is with regards to monitoring the impact of infrastructure development, where we aim to develop satellite space-based solution that enhance the quality of the infrastructure project in Riyadh and also improve the traffic flow. As you all know that the kingdom is trying to improve improve and develop a huge infrastructure here, particularly in Riyadh, because we are going to also host so many events, international events such as Expo in 2030. We are going to also host also the World Cup in 2034. There is going to be a huge shift when it comes to infrastructure. So implementing this infrastructure development is affecting the movement of the traffic flow. So we would like to make sure that the traffic flow is not being affected by these development, by this infrastructure development. Can you check if the slides are moving? I think they do. The sixth challenge track is optimizing urban road assets, because the roads are being exposed to the satellite so that they understand exactly where it is going to be the holes and so on. We have so many road assets. The kingdom is really wide when it comes to geography. So there's right now over 70,000 kilometers of road in the kingdom, and these are being monitored traditionally. And so many citizens are not sometimes is being affected by going over a hole, and they have a tie that their ties are broken. Then there's going to be effect on that.
Sorry, can we check that the slides are moving, because I don't see the slides moving.
Is it moving right now?
I see only about SpaceUp.
Okay.
No, yeah, it's moved now.
It's good.
It's moved now, right? Can you confirm if it is in the 5th slide?
Yep, it's in 5th as of now.
Okay, nice. So this is the last challenge. The last challenge is with regards to the road asset optimization. We are currently having some of the citizens going over like a hole in a road, and they complain to it, and then there is going to be a compensation for that. And instead of having this process, we really believe that the road is being exposed to the imagery of satellite. Then we can have a very useful insights in optimizing the urban road assets. So these are the challenge tracks that we went through. What exactly the process is, where we are heading to. We are right now in the application stage, or in the application phase, where the door is open to submit applications till the 12th of April. Then we will be having the quality, the qualification phase, where we are going to shortlist those who have meet the requirements of the application, and the result will be exposed to the localization support from our end to have collocation and to also have a legal establishment here in the kingdom in a way that will help them, those thinkers and doers and entrepreneurs, to participate in the tendering process, because those end users are governmental entities, and there is a need for tendering, and there is a need for localization, for legal establishment in the kingdom to participate in the tendering, where it will end to the awarding stage by the 4th of September, and we are going all to celebrate the winners, and those who are not going to win will be supported also from our side and will not be left alone. So this is the holistic overview of the process, where we are and where we are heading, with a clear timeline. We are currently in the application stage. So many entrepreneurs here in the session is asking, what exactly do we need to submit in order to apply? And this is in the next slide. In this slide, what we are aiming to is to facilitate or smoothen the process of applying, so that we make the application easy for the entrepreneurs to apply. So what we are requesting is that there is already a platform where there is a need for registration, and all information will be provided to you with the instruction on how to create an account. After creating the account, then you can apply following the format. The format is really simple. What we are asking is only 3 slides. The first slide is like an overview or a cover page. What exactly the company is, the logo, the application, the application to which track, an overview of the solution, and a very simple, I would say, information about the company website, the company email, and the address. And the next slide, which is mainly about the solution page, where we are trying to understand what exactly the solution is, what makes you so special, what makes you different than competitors, the unique value proposition, and also the key technologies and the key features of the solution. The third slide that we are mandating is the business page, where we are trying to understand the position, where exactly the position of the company in the ecosystem or in the space sector. When it comes to what exactly the commercial contracts that up to date, what are the figures of governmental fund that has been received, what are the projects that have been implemented previously, the project that is being run at the moment, what exactly the business structure of the products and the description of them, what are also the teams that they are going to be working in this solution, what are their roles, and what are their qualification, and also if there is going to be like past customers where they benefit from the services that the company is providing. These are the three mandatory, I would say, slides. We keep it very short, to the point, and we also give the door open for entrepreneurs to provide any additional information through a template, which is optional, in a way that will help them to provide additional information to strengthen their application. So that's all from our side. These, please scan the QR code to have to direct to the landing page, where it contains all information related to the SpaceUp challenge and challenge track. In the landing page, there is a specific page for each challenge, where it contains the deliverables needed, the scope of work, what exactly the challenge is. So please, I would really advise you all to go over the information in the landing page and to scan them before you apply. And also, in case that you have any inquiries, you have anything that you would like to have more clarity about, we have dedicated an email, spaceup@cst.gov.sa, and we have dedicated also a team to respond to your inquiries. With that, I would like to conclude, and thank you very much. I really, I would be more than happy to answer any question that you might have as part of this session. Thank you so much.
Project manager team is to get out.
Yeah, gentlemen, your chance for question and answers.
Sorry, we cannot hear you.
I think we need to unmute everyone.
Ibrahim, I leave it to you to organize it.
I think if we can start with the questions that is in the chat right now.
Sir, I would request everyone to please raise their hands, and then we would go one by one. We would unmute you.
Okay, good morning, Ibrahim and Frank and everybody. So I wanted to ask, as part of deliverables, do we have to give a link to live application, which would give you like some sort of dashboard, that, as it was mentioned in the first brochure which we received?
So what do you mean with dashboard? So I think overall we say it's TL5 and above. So you don't have to come with the full solution right away. I think it has to be understandable now in the selection phase. And then there is a phase after the selection where we work with top 10 per tracks in going really into the project with the customer, you know, where we look to satellite image, what is the connectivity to other platforms and so on. Is that answering your question?
I'm sorry, but unfortunately it's not. So my question is, again, I'll repeat. as part of a brochure, we need to deliver a dashboard. Dashboard is one of the deliverables. Be it TRL5, that's okay, but dashboard is one of the deliverables. So in that case, do we provide a link in our presentation which we are going to submit as a part of our application?
I think the link is good enough. Ibrahim, what do you think?
Yes, indeed. I think just the capturing all the necessary requirements of the challenge track owner and the solution is really a key. It's really important. Just the high level, I would say, in one page, this is what we are asking. If you would like to provide more information about the dashboard, that would be extra, I mean, but it's going to be optional to have like a visualization of what's exactly the dashboard is going to look like. However, the idea is that we would like to keep it simple, straightforward, covering all the requirements in one slide, just to make sure that you understand exactly what the problem is. At this point of time. At this point of time. Yeah. The idea is that at this point of time, as Frank mentioned, we are currently in the selection phase where we are going to select those who are going to be qualified. And then later on, there is going to be a detailed RFP at the tendering process where we will expose you to more information at later stages.
Okay, great. I might connect you offline as well later today or tomorrow. And my second question would be like with respect to the data source and location, since there is no preferred location mentioned in the challenge. Does it need to be within the kingdom itself, or it can be any other area which is outside of a kingdom where we already have some set of imageries with us? Like back in India, we are one of the top 5 solution provider with respect to the geospatial imagery as well as drones. So we have our own set of imagery where we can use it. So is it okay to use those imageries?
The idea is that
maybe I jump into this one. So it depends a little bit also on the entity. The new Earth observation regulation we were coming up that we built this wholesaler. I said that in the beginning of the webinar. So maybe if it depends on the government, if it's a non-governmental entity or half government entity, that's fine. If it's the Ministry of Agriculture, it has to go via this route. So what I would propose then, we will connect you with NSG who runs the wholesaler. You provide your imagery into this wholesaler if you want to buy your own, because by this you also can sell it to others. So and then you out of this ecosystem you do a download. And for all satellite providers, one of the things we were giving as an advice to this wholesaler, and NSG is just purchasing UP42, and I think some of them you're aware of UP42. I would always advise companies providing satellite imagery, think about a live online pricing model like Google does, because Maxa and Airbus doesn't have that. And if I would be from entrepreneur, think about the reverse auction. Yeah, so I do not mind when the smart new space companies giving the old space industry a tough time. By this, because the cost of sales will be super easy when you go via the wholesaler, because you have not to take care of pricing, not pricing about factoring and money and invoices and so on. So by this, so we splitted it. So some of the government entities may require to go through the wholesaler, some don't. If I would be you, I would right away thinking about to go through the wholesaler, because that will widen your business footprint also, and you sell satellite images to customers which you were not even aware of.
Okay. So
just to add to what Frank also mentioned is that we are currently in contact with the challenge track owner, where at this point of time we are going to select the qualified bidder, the qualified applicants. The qualified applicants will be also later at later stages will be provided with the historical data labeled dataset, where they can understand exactly how would they I mean test their solution to make sure that they have acquired the necessary accuracy required by the challenge track owner.
Hello.
Thank you.
Hello. Can I speak? I raised my hands, sir. I'm Hiren Bhatt. Am I audible, sir?
I think if we go one by one,
Yes,
there is an
please.
ordering. So
Could you please introduce yourself and your mic. Please unmute your mic and your own.
Yes, sir. I'm Hiren Bhatt. I have my new startup. I'm a retired scientist of ISRO. And I want to ask one thing that can I have a consortium with we both are startups only. Can we join hands to participate in your challenge?
you are asking about consortium?
Consortium,
Like,
yeah. We both are startups.
So you would like to have like multiple startups gathering together and submit one
Two
application,
startups
right?
coming together. Yeah.
Yeah, we are welcoming that indeed, and some of the applicants already have done that, and they approach us to ask for that, and in fact some of the academia came to us because we don't recommend or we don't. This competition is targeting the entrepreneurs. So some of the academia would like to participate in this, and we advise them to partnership with other already company that is already being established anywhere, just to strengthen the application. And the consortium, of course, is something that we are welcoming, and definitely it's eligible to do so.
Thank you. So nice of you, sir. And I really thank SIA and Ibrahim ji, you and as an individual. I really want to contribute my remote sensing technology and 40 years of experience in this for the betterment of mankind. So I'll be very thankful to both of organizations, and thanks a lot, sir. I'll be participating as consortium. Thank you.
Hello.
Thanks.
So good afternoon. My basically my question is that I am an engineering student. So if a student is having a solution for your problem statement, how could we participate in that competition?
Yes, the idea is that, as I mentioned earlier, thank you very much for your question. We really believe that having like a consortium between academia and those who are building like a business in the business sides is going to strengthen the idea and make sure that the competencies from different teams is going to strengthen the application. We really believe that partnership with some of the startups that is being taking part in the EO and the remote sensing is going to strengthen the application. As we already went through over the process, we are currently having like almost 20 days left. So please let us know how we can support. We can also approach us at the SpaceUp at cst.gov.sa, and we will try to help academias to be exposed to I mean the community of the EO ecosystem.
And I want to add to this. You have to see, you have to see. You know, by the end of the day, you want to have a contract with the government entities, and government entities in a certain size will not do it with a student. So I think team up with some of your colleagues. Maybe in 2 weeks you will not create a startup company, but teaming up with somebody is the easiest path and lowers your risk in the beginning.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Hello.
Hello.
So this is hi. This is Dimish. I'm from one of the space tech startups. So what we wanted to understand is there any prerequisite for a company size or like any sort of eligibility criteria for a startup or a company that it must have done some projects or it must done some revenue like that?
Thank you very much for your question. The short answer is no. We are targeting to have, we are welcoming SMEs. I mean, there is different definition for SMEs, but we are welcoming any startups and entrepreneurs with an idea and the solution that fits the requirements of the challenge track owner. I mean, there is expectation that we already have in mind that huge, I mean, companies like having over than 1,000 employee are not going to be considered SMEs. However, we are welcoming all application in this field.
So basically, the focus will be on more of solution and the product we are developing and the impact we are creating through.
Yeah.
Understood. Thank you.
Hi, good evening. I'm Dr. Raghava from BDSR Solutions LLP. We are a AI solutions development company. We have a patent in deep knowledge discovery. I mean, I'm wondering if we can be able to participate. I mean, using our patent, we are able to discover, deep knowledge that is not easily available using the regular AI or regular Google search. The AI space, I mean, knowledge articles, the research papers, the solutions that can help in accelerating the solution development. I'm wondering if you can be able to participate, of course, not in a specific competition, but I mean, as a knowledge partner or something like that.
Should I take that, Ibrahim?
Yes.
So this is, you have to see in the competition, of course, now we're focusing to solutions. When there are two routes you should go. I think definitely you should find a peer in India, in the geospatial community. That would be good, because the tool is only good when it's used. You know, a hammer without nails is maybe not so purposeful. So that's the first thing. The other thing is, once you have this, have a look to Up42. This is the platform NSG is purchasing at the moment. It's awaiting still the prior approval of the German government. And it's a spin-off from Airbus. So and I think there will be in future opportunities having APIs with your knowledge you just described being embedded in such platforms that it can be used for retailers, or you speak with retailers which come up with solutions. These are, I think, the two or three options you have.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your answer.
Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Vishnu Vardhan. So one question from my side is like when we explained about the localization phase, I wanted to know that our company needs to compulsorily register as an entity prior to the solutioning bit or during the localization phase. If it is done, it is enough. This is one question. And the second
maybe
question
we stop
is
there, because before let me answer that first. And I think Ibrahim said that. So the localization phase, we have said, if you, before you bid, if you will be the top 5 to bid, or top 4 or 6 or whatever, then there might be a localization phase. It depends on the customers, but if it's a government, yes, it might be. But this could be also done by a local partner. You know, this is option we will give you. And I think this is why we're saying it, because I think it's super important to be that you are aware of it and not that you are surprised later in the process. However, if you decide to go with a partner, then it's no risk. If you say you want to have a local office because the contract is big enough, we will help you with support, localization support. And I do not like localization. I call it co-location, because we never, as I said in the beginning, want to move companies across. But I tell you, if you make several of millions revenue, you would be smart to have an office here also. You know, there are two aspects. Your CFO will push you for that, but also some of the governments may require it. Because you're working then embedded, it has to do well with the solution will be hosted and so on and so on. But all of this, don't focus on now, focus on the best application. When you are selected in the top 5, you know, you will be in contact, you get in contact with the customer already. And then you can decide. Yeah, we don't force anybody. Maybe say, I don't want it, but maybe I've seen it from my experience, and my old network has supported 1,800 startup companies. Once the customer is coming with a contract, normally we startup companies are flexible. So because we want to get the contract.
Got it. So while submitting, second question, thank you for the answer. First of all, thank you. While submitting, can I have like 2 slides extra under additional pages for my challenge? If I am explaining anything about the methodology, though it is not mandatory, can I have it?
Yeah, please feel free to add any information that you would like to have in the additional format template. So we are welcoming. There is no limit. Indeed, there is no limit for having additional information. But please mind that we have some technical limitation when it comes to uploading the file and the system. It shouldn't be above 5 megabytes. So please mind that during the application once you upload the file.
Yes. So, gentlemen, this is time is up. I'm very sorry that.
Excuse me, I have been. Sorry, I was number 1 since long time. For some reason, I was removed, and I've been waiting since very patiently. Can I just ask a couple of questions? I was number 1.
One question, only one question, sir. Only one question. Rest you can mail it.
The thing is, my name is Professor Ashok. I have been helping KAUST and the National Center of Meteorology. I was there for a couple of years in establishing the Climate Change Center. And I know about the Green Initiative, and we have been planning some experiments. So when I saw this, I was excited. And will the scope of the project or contract involve going beyond using the and add climate data for sustainable development? That's the key here. So this is my question. Second, should I have a local partner like KAUST or anyone? So these are 2 brief questions.
As I said, KAUST is a university. KAUST is a university. The universities are not good in fulfilling commercial contracts. That's my first advice after my humble 35 years of experience.
I'm also university professor, by the way.
Yeah, no, but still, you need a legal entity. Yeah, you need a legal entity. So this is my advice. So if I would be a government entity, and we are one, I would not give a university. Yeah, but this is the same. It's an organization. So you need. So I think my advice is think commercial, and that's the best. This is the reason why we want to build it on a commercial base, because then it's scalable. It's scalable. Okay. And if it's not commercial, it's very hard to scale up.
So thank you, gentlemen.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you, gentlemen. It is really good, and I think. Frank, I'm sorry, I don't want to stop you, Frank. Please go ahead.
Yes, I just have one question. Yes. Hello. Hi. So I just wanted to ask whether if we have a TRL5 plus product which is not built for a challenge track, does it necessarily require that the solution has to be a TRL5 plus for that specific challenge? Or if a company already has products but not built for those challenge tracks, does that make us eligible to apply?
So when you look into the TRL levels, it's very easy. If you have a solution which needs to be tweaked to a special, because the leaves are different, whatever, this you're already above TRL5. We do not want to have basic research. We don't want to have early stuff. We need to solve the problem. We have to start to solve the problems in counting the trees this year or beginning of next year. So this is the reason it has to be close to market. If it's below TRL5, you have to argument very well why this still is a good solution.
Okay, so the solution requires to be at TRL5 level.
Yes, there's the reason why we said TRL5, which is it gives everybody a feeling what is to be done. Reach out to us. In worst case, we email. Plus, be patient because we have Ramadan holidays coming up next week. But apply early. We do our best to support you also in that phase.
Frank, maybe this is the last question, if you don't mind.
Yeah, thank you, gentlemen. And now I think maybe you can write. There is a chat. There's an email IDs are given. You can directly contact Mr. Abraham. And also Geospatial World, Mr. Abhishek is there. Either you contact them or you can contact SIA-India. So we will definitely take your question and take it to Mr. Ibrahim and Mr. Frank, and then you get appropriate answer. And we, in spite of that, if you require any hand holding, any further query, how do you can apply for the competition, we will happy to help you. Thank you very much for your time. Really appreciate. Goodbye. Namaskar.
Thank you so much for hosting us. Greetings to our friends to India.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Thanks,
Thank you,
everyone.
everyone.
Thank you, gentlemen.